We continue on the topic on how to help those in your community, and one of the ways you can help is the 40-day, 40-item challenge. And this is a wonderful initiative put on by the National Diabetes Trust. I am joined by its president and CEO, Shannon. Sean, welcome back to the show. Great to have you here. And Sean, I mean, we were talking to Susan and Tony about the importance, of course, of supporting those in need in your community. And of course, Diabetes Canada has been doing that for many, many years in many different ways, right?
Yeah, that's right. Some people might be surprised to know that we have been in the gently used clothing and other small household miscellaneous item collection and monetization business since the mid-90s.
Yeah, it's amazing work that you've done, and you've made it so easy, I think, and that's why it's been such a great success. And you're trying to figure out ways to, bring about more awareness and different ways for people to participate. Tell us about this latest challenge and initiative.
Yeah, we thought we'd just try to put a bit of a new spin on a well-understood idea of donating your gently used clothing and other household items. So we thought of this sort of 40 items in 40 days challenge, playing a little bit off of what some people know to be at this time of year, at least for some people who like to kind of give something up over a 40-day period. So this is kind of that similar idea. And rather than kind of finding that 1 or 2 hour period where you might be cleaning out your closet or drawers, etc., you could just think about it as go find one usable, reusable item a day, put it aside, put it in your green garbage bag or your box, and collect it up over 40 days. And by the end of 40 days, you might be surprised how much you've been able to put away.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Sean, what happens with those items that we donate? How do you use those items?
Right. Well, we either pick them up from one of our many donation bins that are located across the country, of course, including the Ottawa area, or we will also allow people to schedule a household pickup where we'll come right to your door in many, many parts of the country, subject to the drop pickup schedule that way. But we gather it all up and we partner with a national thrift retailer from coast to coast. And it's as simple as that. We drop it off at the back of their stores. It goes in, it's purchased, we're paid for that effort, which goes towards all the good work of Diabetes Canada, of course. And retailers, thrift retailing is a big thing in Canada, as big as it's ever been, frankly. And lots of people love to go in and get great deals on secondhand clothing and other secondhand items.
Sean, are there any particular items that you wanted to highlight that either sell well or people are looking for more than others?
Really, if it's in good, reusable shape, anything will go. I mean, from a clothing perspective, obviously what you would typically think of with shirts and sweaters and socks. And I always say to people, 2 socks and both socks in good working order. One sock not as valuable that way. Can't sell 1 sock. But so all the things you typically think of, maybe linens, blankets, bed sheets that are in good conditions, small household items as well. We can monetize that. So kind of anything that's small enough to fit in a green garbage bag that therefore can go inside one of our bins, or is easy for one of our drivers to pick up outside your house. And they all have a second market. They all have a second life.
What kind of success have you seen over the years with the the larger program itself?
Well, we kind of think of pre-pandemic and post-pandemic days,
Right.
as does most of the world. Pre-pandemic, before the world got turned upside down, we were collecting in the neighborhood of 100 million pounds a year from coast to coast. And I can tell you in the Ottawa and even the Ontario area, certainly our fair share from that part of the country as well. Things obviously got a little different over the last 2 years, but the good news is, like a lot of things, it's all kind of getting back to normal that way. What's interesting, it wasn't really a donation reduction. I mean, let's face it, we all have lots of clothes and time to gather. It really was just the retail restrictions on non-essential retail that really became the restrictive element.
Sean, what does your role at I should say not yours personally, but the role of the National Diabetes Trust, what is its role within Diabetes Canada?
Yeah, so we are the social enterprise arm of Diabetes Canada. That we are the business that promotes, collects, monetizes the people's donations of secondhand clothing. It costs some money, of course, as it does for all charities, to do that work. But the net profit transfers 100% over to Diabetes Canada, which in turn then goes towards all sorts of important programs, research, sending kids with type 1 diabetes to diabetes camp, communications, information, you name it, all sorts of important things here in the 100th anniversary year, actually, of the discovery of insulin.
Yeah, that's right. I remember we discussed that last time you were on. Sean, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Don't go anywhere, because coming up after the break, we're going to tell you more how you can help people in your community. We'll be back with more Daytime after this.